Boom. All right, guys, look, we are back. Okay, look, I'm on a rampage right now. I had zero preparation making this podcast. I'm sorry I've missed 2 weeks in a row. Technically, I missed one full week, and this is my second week, and I missed the deadline. I'm posting this late. I'm sorry. You'll be getting it Monday night instead of Monday morning. But look, I'm here. I'm working, okay? Look, I got an excuse, all right, guys? Look, here's the deal, okay? This whole podcast is going to be about motivation because this is something that I've had to live off of these last 2 weeks. Because the last 2 weeks of my life have been crazy. From early in the morning, which for me is like 9, 8 o'clock, you know what I'm saying, till later in the evening, I am working. Sometimes till 8 in the morning, and I have like breaks in there, you know, where I watch a little bit of YouTube, maybe a little bit of car YouTube, but like I spent almost zero time on TikTok this week, which has been crazy for me, because usually TikTok, right? Insane. TikTok's crazy, my boy. So here's the deal, okay? Look, I'm going ham on this podcast. I do not give a crap anymore. Okay, I'm sorry. This last 2 weeks, I've been growing my company and empire to the absolute sky. I ain't even going to give you a good intro. You don't even deserve it. Okay, this crap has been insane. Okay, the amount of legal crap I have to go through, the amount of adulting crap I have to go through is absurd. I did not know it would get to this extreme whenever I started this crap. I thought, oh, I'm a kid. I can just do my own thing. No, not a chance. You got to have LLCs. You got to do this. Just today I got in trouble for putting business cards in people's mailboxes. And these aren't even people like across my city. Like these are neighborhoods like next door. Like everyone like probably knows me. It's like it's not even that big of a deal. But apparently as a 17-year-old, you can't try and grow your business, okay? Look, here's the deal. The government does not want kids our age to be successful. That is why they have social medias, they have TikToks, they purposely try and go after my generation to keep them distracted and to keep them young. Okay, all the generations before, my generation would be screwed if they went to Russia right now. All of you watching this video are either on drugs, vaping, they're not fit, they're not mentally strong enough. Like the kids these days are dealing with depression and crap. Like, you guys are not strong enough, and I'm not even strong enough to be in war right now, okay? Like the generations before us, at 17 years old, I would be in the military right now. And instead, I'm sitting in a nice, comfy couch making a TikTok for you guys to consume, all right? My generation is screwed to the absolute almighty max. Almost all of you guys are idiots. I love every single one of you because you're my blood, but at the same time, like, gosh, we as a generation, we need to get better. We really do. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I also fall into the trap of watching TikTok and scrolling through Instagram forever. But there's a reason that they purposely target younger kids. The older people don't give a crap. They're like, who gives a crap if I see an Instagram post? Like, they purposely do this so that all social medias are towards the younger audiences to mess up my generation. My generation is the most unmotivated, fat, like doesn't even know what gender they are these days. And they're just so mind-boggled, and it's sad. And there are, in some cases, you know, gender mixes up. But listen, here's the deal, okay? I'm not even going to go soft on you guys. This is probably going to get taken down. My generation is the softest generation known to man, and I'm here to at least help to change this, okay? I'm also soft. Don't think I'm just this top alpha guy, okay? Look, I also have hard days. I cry like maybe once a month, you know. It takes a lot, and it's never about relationships or people or me falling over. It's just like me sitting back and getting so relaxed and just thinking of my day that just maybe a couple tears shed, and it's not even sadness. It's just me trying to water my eyes. I don't even know how to explain it. So look, here's the deal, guys. Okay, look, I hate this so much. I hate this so much because I hate talking about money to kids my age because they'll immediately think of a million things. Look, here's $7,000, I think around $7,500 in 100s cash. This is real money. You can ask anyone in my team or any of my family members or anyone around me. Everyone knows. Look, here's the deal. That money is earned by me, not given to me, not having any massive outbreaks of, help or anything. Every single day of my life, I have worked hard, at least maybe till like 12, because I was pretty spoiled up until then. Look, here's the deal, okay? I flip things online, I create businesses, I do a trillion different things, and that money is not to flex, okay? This money right here, this is not to flex or to brag or to boast. This is just pure motivation for everyone in my age range to know it is possible. It doesn't matter that we're young. I'm 17 years old. It does not matter how young you are, how old you are. It doesn't matter. You can do it. Don't let the government tell you you can't. Don't let your teachers, don't let your parents, don't let your family, don't let anyone tell you you can't. And I'm not saying this because everyone and their mom says that, but truly, if you really break it down, anyone can obtain money to this extent. And this isn't even that much money. There's kids out there, probably in my city, that makes more money than me. But I made this on one deal, one car flip. I sold an RV and I made this money. Everyone said getting an RV would be stupid. Everyone said it'd be retarded. Everyone said so many things. And I listened to my gut. I've always wanted an RV as a kid. And right now I'm doing the exact same thing with the boat, and I'm going to have the exact same turnout. And I did the exact same thing with the RV. I got the RV, I fixed up a couple minor things, and then I sold it. There's so many things that you can do in this world to make a lot of money. You do not have to work a 9 to 5. You do not have to go to college. You do not have to do any of that. This video is purely for my generation, not to brag, because before this, I promised myself I would never show the camera any money, because I hate it whenever some hood kids are up here, "What's up, baby? I got like wads of cash, I'm so cool." No, I'm not a drug dealer. I've never done drugs in my life, never even vaped. You wanna know why? Because I'm disciplined. I want to succeed in life. I'm not successful right now. I'll admit it. I make failures every day. These last 2 days have been crappy for me. I've done so many failures. And I'm okay to speak about it because I've also had many successes. I mean, it's an endless cycle of my generation needs to break out of their little boxes, stop being so weak, stop being so mentally vulnerable for your feelings. Like, stop thinking about your feelings. If you're going to focus on being depressed, if you're going to focus on being sad, you're only going to focus on that more. But if you want to focus on happiness and you want to focus on success, then your focus will switch to something else. You do not have to always be focused on your sadness and having excuses. I have an amazing life, at least I think so, and I've set up my life properly so that I can do so. Many people have worse livings than me. Many people have better livings than me. It doesn't matter. Everyone's excuses at the end of the day are zero. There's someone in the hospital right now that's our age, me and you, around 17, 18 probably. There's someone in the hospital that is dying at our age with some type of illness, and they are begging to have one more week of their life. And you're sitting over here complaining that your life is trash, and you've been, there's all of the excuses that my generation has. And there's 100% depression. There's 100% anxiety. But the majority of it is caused by your freaking cell phones. I'm using my phone to record my audio, but your phones. All of you are stupid for not breaking out of this little mindset of your phone. Like, you literally can't do anything hard without having a quick urge of anxiety, and then you go scroll through TikTok. Anytime a kid ever has to do something hard, they immediately break down and cripple and then go immediately to TikTok or Snapchat, whatever their go-to is, to relieve the anxiety. And then once the anxiety goes away, they get off it, they want to do something motivational, they stand up, they pick up a couple shirts to put in the dirty laundry, and then immediately right back to it. They'll find themselves 5 minutes later on TikTok. You guys are weak. I'm weak. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. Don't even think that. Don't even think I'm bragging either, because I've worked hard for my money. And I'm not even close to where I want to be. I mean, this is almost all of my savings. I mean, I got a lot of money in stocks, and I got money in vehicles, and I got money in my businesses that I could probably sell. But at the end of the day, I mean, that's it. You know, like, I got probably around 10, maybe 15,000 that I could possibly come up with. And to some kids, that's a lot. And I've worked really hard to get to that point. I've done a lot of car flips. I've done a lot of trailer flips. I buy and resell cars and trailers and objects. I've even sold mattresses. I mean, I do everything. And that's what kind of M Empire is just my operation of everything that I do. It's my brand. It's my lifestyle. And you know what? Frick it. I said frick. I didn't say a bad word. Trust me. Listen, here's the deal, okay? I'm about to announce something big, okay? I've wanted to wait for a while until I get it settled. Right now, M Empire, I hired someone to do this. We are working on making a clothing brand. Not even merchandise. A clothing brand, my boy. I'm trying to make M Empire a word and a saying that is more than just a letter M and then Empire. I want someone to, when they see someone wearing M Empire merchandise, they know that that person's standards and morals are higher than the rest. I'm going to make the M Empire a massive company. I have right now I have one full-time employee, but he doesn't work as much because we're struggling to get jobs for power washing, and I'm always coming up with problems, and so I have to fix them and stuff. Like today, I think I fixed like 3 or 4 problems in one of my businesses, and then later down the road, more problems are gonna get called. I mean, the amount of times I've been called by adults with them not happy with me, or so many things, like so many crap. And that's why I say you have to be aggressive in business. You have to be confident in yourself. You cannot, if you're a boy. Girls, they kind of get, you know, they're allowed to do this. But boys, I've said it a million times, you got to hide your emotions. Like, if you want to win or sell, you have to hide your emotions. At the end of the day, sure, you know, listen to your sad playlist and cry out your eyes. I don't do that, but if that's what makes you feel better, go for it. But if you want to be a successful man in this day and age with all the things going on in the world, you have to be confident. You can't be showing your emotions. And a lot of girls will be like, no, we like it when they show their emotions. Negative. That's negative, boys. Don't fall into that trap. That is not how it works. At all. At all. Okay? Men have been programmed their whole lives to hide their emotions. Men are the leaders. They're the alphas. They're the ones that go hunt and go get the food. Women are the ones that raise the kids and stay at home. And I love that way of living. But now women are starting to work more, and that's great too. I'm not sexist or racist or any of those ists, okay? But I do know something. You have to be confident. And with that being said, the whole slogan of M Empire, I'm pretty sure, I might change it down the road, but the whole slogan is going to be powerful. Powerful is a very powerful word, you know? Play on words there, but powerful means a ton of different things. A ton of things. And you have to be powerful as a man. If you want to start a business my age, you have to be aggressive. You cannot hide from your fears. You have to just attack it. And that's the hardest thing to do. Trust me, I know. I have to answer scary phone calls from adults asking about power washing. I have to answer phone calls of someone saying I messed up my LLC, or someone saying like a million things. The government has set it up to where kids can't be successful. And I'm here to tell you it can happen. There's a reason that you can't do anything with online banking or anything until you're about 18, unless you do it under a parent. Like everything legal that you can do, you can't do until you're 18. And the government has purposely set that up for kids our age to fail. They don't want kids to be owning LLCs. They don't want kids to be owning businesses. They want kids to be employees. The government is messed up. And who runs the schools? The government. You guys are idiots. It's all coming together all at one thing. And I don't want to be, a conspiracy theorist guy, but you just got to know that everything circles back to the government. And as a kid, whether you're in a religion, whatever, I'm here to say it is possible. It is very, very well possible. It is extremely possible. And no, This isn't even cool to me. The first time I got it, it was cool, but now it means nothing to me. I just truly want my company to be successful, and it is not me bragging. Please do not think I'm bragging, because I do not care. I'm one of the most selfless people ever. I'm confident and I'm cocky, but I also am only that because I know what I am. I'm not going to be a scared little, whatever you want to call those. But gentlemen, my age, women, whatever, you just got to be confident in yourself. You really do. And I sound like a broken record just saying that over again, but please have faith in yourself, and please just continue on. And this is the only reason I show you any amount of money that my company makes, is because I want you to know that it is possible. And I'm not doing this to sell an online program. It actually costs me money to run this podcast. I'm doing this for the love of my generation, because my generation is lost and messed up. I need my generation to pick up their crap, because I want my generation to be the most alpha, confident, and just powerful generation ever. I want my generation to be more powerful than the generation that went to World War II. I need you guys to pick up your stuff. And a lot of kids my age vape, smoke, whatever, drink. And to some kids, they may think that's cool. I've never really had a comment on that. I've never done that, any of that stuff, because I truly want to set up my future. And if you think that it helps you with stress or whatever, then first of all, it's false. It actually gives you more anxiety. It gives your brain hormones that give you more anxiety. But just pick up your crap, break your bad habits, change today, and don't rush too quickly. That's my advice for my generation. Don't go into it opening up a million different businesses, because that's what I did, and I failed. I'm here to say I failed that idea, and I picked myself back up this last winter, and I started it all up again. And it's been better the second go around, but now I'm down to one business that's going. I kind of dropped the DJ business. I might do a few gigs here and there, but for the most part, I'm focusing on Do It Boys, and then once I finish that, I'm going to focus on another business and another until I die. Really. I'm never going to retire. That's not how my brain works. I'm in a relationship, and it's probably bad I say this, but I've told her this many times, that the second I wake up, I think about business before anything else. Whether it's my girlfriend, whether it's my family, whether it's whatever trial that's going on in my life, immediately the second I wake up, I think about business. Same thing. I can't sleep at night because I'm thinking about business ideas, and I write it down in my notes. And then I can't not think about business. All of you guys spend your money and time and effort into doing drugs and looking cool and sounding cool and flexing on Instagram. I spend my time just literally meditating on business. I'm just trying to be a successful teenager, and I'm here to say it is possible. And I don't know how long I want to freaking do this podcast. It's probably the most unorganized one I've ever done. But this is definitely my best one, because this is the one I will show everyone in my generation that it is time you pick up your crap. And don't come after me judging me for showing you this money. Don't come after me saying it's fake. Everything I've done today and in this podcast is just to be motivation, to show that it is true. And I look up to other kids that are my age as well. Not many, because my generation's crappy. But I definitely look up to kids. And if you want a slice of the pie, hit up M Empire's Instagram. But the only catch, you actually have to prove to me that you want to work first. You got to prove to me, and then the money will come along. A lot of kids have hit me up and asked for a job, and I've given them a job, but then they don't really put in the work. They expect the money to come immediately. I'm not going to pay you until you start showing me that you really want to work hard. And then once you really want to work hard and you show me, I'll pay you all of that. I don't care. Obviously I care to be broke, but at the end of the day, all the money I make from my businesses goes right back into paying my employees. I don't give a crap about keeping that stuff. I hate this stuff. It makes me unhappy. What makes me happy is buying things with it, but having that much, it's stressful sometimes. And really at the end of the day, the only money that I keep is money that I make from trading vehicles and stuff. That's kind of my side gig. But everything I make from businesses, I put right back into paying my employees. I make sure everyone's happy. I buy them lunch almost every day. And the most expensive lunch too. I take him to Chick-fil-A sometimes. Like I took my other guy out to see Batman the other day. Like I take great care of my people, and if you want to work for me, you have to prove to me that you're willing to put in the work, and I will pay you an absurd amount, because you have to work hard first, and then once you proved me you're not like everyone else in my generation, I'll pay you, and I'll pay you good, and we'll work together, and we'll both be successful. And I'm not this millionaire teenager. I'm not even wealthy. I still have to struggle. I still have to rely on my parents for a couple things here and there, but I definitely have set up my life better than a lot of kids my age, which is kind of sad because, I have a lot of free time on my hands sometimes. Not recently, but it just goes to show that a lot of you guys are wasting your time on TikTok and stuff, because while you're doing that, us entrepreneurs are out here doing this, and it's also not easy. If you want to start your own business, you can hit me up. I'll answer any questions you want, but even I ask people questions every single day. Every single day I ask my brothers something to learn from, or my parents something to learn from, or I watch podcasts on Grant Cardone, something. You just have to always be learning. And owning your own business is hard because as a teen, like I said, the government doesn't want you to be successful. The government tries to make everything to be where you have to be 18 before you can do anything. And so owning your own business, you're going to have to create a lot of loopholes. You're going to have to open up things under your parents' name. You're going to have to do a ton of illegal stuff like that if you want to be successful. And I'm not saying I do. No, definitely not me. But just be aggressive. And be like our past generations, like back in the day, like if you ran into a problem with someone, then they'd they'd punch you, they'd shoot you, they'd stab you, whatever. But nowadays, you put a business card in my mailbox, I'm gonna report you to the U.S. mail service because I'm a Karen and I hate my life and I work a 9 to 5 and only make $50,000 a year and I'm a loser. That's the people we have to deal with. So as us entrepreneurs, I just please use this podcast as motivation. You can watch it as many times as you want. It's free. It's on YouTube and hopefully on Spotify sooner or later. Sorry to be so wound up, but man, these last 2 weeks have been crazy. I'll tune it down a little bit, and basically that's the end of the motivational part. Now I'll tell you a little bit more about how my week went. I hired for sure one person. I'm talking to 2 more guys about it. And then I also have hired my girlfriend for a couple jobs here and there. Because I need people to do the little work in my company so that I can focus on actually doing like the big things, like actually growing the business, actually getting connections with people. So I can't be answering emails and taking calls all day, because if I was doing that, then I wouldn't be able to actually take a step back and be like, that advertise isn't working. Maybe we shouldn't put hundreds of dollars into it. Maybe we should put $1,000 into this and then watch it grow. So owning a business is very hard for me. Very hard for anyone my age, to be exact. So this last 2 weeks we launched Do It Boys Power Washing, and we're actually already working on getting 1 client. So we've been decent on that. I wish we could get a couple more jobs, but I'm really opening up to you guys on this podcast. So, we're going to get really close on this podcast, and I purposely didn't have anyone on it. Usually I have at least 2 other people with me, but I roll solo. I really do. I spend most of my time in my car just going to different job opportunities and stuff. And I go to mechanic school, so I also do a little bit of that. But that's kind of how my week went. Started up my business again and just kind of did the online grunt work. Ton of online stuff. I'm not online savvy whatsoever. I hate working online. It sucks. Absolute trash. And it's horrible. So that's why I usually pay people to do it. But obviously if a company is not making money, you can't just pay people, because then it's taking money off of you. So eventually you have to do a couple things by yourself, and so I've been doing that. I invested about $500 into my business in the last 2 weeks. I've been buying a lot of like marketing stuff and ton of stuff like that. So been working on that a little bit. Like I said, we're starting a clothing brand. Holy crap, I do so many things. It's overwhelming sometimes. So I've been working on that. I hired a kid for that. Name's Jacob. A lot of people know him in my town. And then working on hiring 2 more kids for the power washing company. But I have to be making quite a bit of money through that company first before I can hire them. And then the podcast, I've had zero time to be doing that. Like I don't go home and sit down on my butt and watch TikTok. Like quite literally, no exaggeration, I have had very little time. Like maybe 30 minutes to an hour each day, and that's usually spent like exercising or playing or watching like my favorite car channels on YouTube and like eating lunch while I'm doing that, so I can't really be making a podcast while I'm eating lunch. But I really have been busy, and it's been really overwhelming and really crazy, and I have anxiety about it sometimes, but I'm also not weak mentally. Almost every challenge that I've faced, I just kind of take a step back, take a deep breath, and then say challenge accepted, and I go after it, or I hire someone to go after my problems. Like it really does take a lot of mental strength to want to just push forward and go throughout your day. Like it took me like 3 weeks to set up an LLC, and I have 2 LLCs for 2 of my companies now. So, I mean, man, I've been really busy. Actually talking about it is making me tired, and I am tired. I don't get much sleep. I go to bed at like 10 to 12, and I wake up at 5:45 in the morning. I go to church every morning. At least I try to. Sometimes I sleep in to 7 o'clock. But my goodness, I'm exhausted. But it's been a lot of fun. And I would not rather have it any other way. I've done the whole sports thing. I've tricked myself into giving myself false hope that I'd go D1 and in football, soccer, wrestling, basketball. I've done almost every sport besides baseball. So it really just comes down to what you enjoy, Screw what other people think. And what I enjoy is being able to buy things without looking at the price tag. And sadly, I still have to look at the price tag. That's all run my money low fast. All the money that I have sitting next to me is just going to go right into my business in the next month or 2. So can kiss that money goodbye. But this is not me saying that business is all gloom and doom. Business has been so much fun, and I've learned so much. And even if I end up not doing business as an adult, I'll definitely have the confidence with myself to continue doing any job I do, and I'll know that I can do it and accomplish it, because I've done some pretty crazy things. Check out my Instagram, marshall.mcgee1. I've been posting quite a bit of motivational things on my Instagram captions, specifically the one with my tan coat. That one was a good Instagram post, but yeah, just been super busy, crazy busy. Not even with like money stuff. Like I haven't made money this week besides like $100 or $2. Like it's just been like a lot of busy work. And I don't do my schoolwork. I have someone doing that for me, and I just spend all my time really just working on business, just growing it, listening to podcasts, and it's really fun. I mean, everyone right now is at school, and I'm sitting at my butt at home, sitting next to one of my favorite things and making a podcast, really just enjoying my life. And some days it's really stressful owning a business. Some days it's really good whenever you make money. Sometimes I've gone months. Sorry, my camera just cut out. But yeah, I've gone months without making any money whatsoever. I've made quite a bit in a day or 2, but you just have to be comfortable with your failures, and you have to be, confident in yourself that you'll be able to come back from it. And motivation only takes you so far. Discipline is what takes you the absolute almost furthest And if you've stuck to the end of this video, drop in the comments M Empire. That way I know you're legit. And first person to do that, I'll send free merchandise to once we actually make the merchandise. Anyways, just be comfortable with your failures. It's okay to fail. I failed today. I made a lot of mistakes today with my businesses, and I've lost a lot of freaking money recently. And just be comfortable. Just be comfortable in all circumstances. When you make a lot of money, don't get cocky. Don't get too high. So don't focus on the highs or the lows. Just stay in the same mindset all day long, and invest in your happiness and invest in your business, and your business will make you happiness because you're making money from it. I'm going to leave you with this one quote, and I might also throw in a couple videos. Let's see, what video do I want to throw in? I'll throw in our company car. Alright, so that was our company car. That's some of the work that I've done in the last week or two. I've been doing a lot of company work for Do It Boys Power Washing. I own that company, and I have one manager under me that helps out an absolute ton with it. Jackson Musil, absolute legend. He's about to have a big payday as well. And anyways, I'm going to leave you with just one quote here. Just one quote, and it'll sum up this whole podcast. All of it. Just one last time, briefly. Don't think of me flexing this as a bragging. That is just pure motivation. I want you to succeed. Anyone else in your family may not want to. I want you to, or anyone in your school or the government. I want you, Marshall McGee. I want to have competition with you as an adult. I'm going to be bored sitting at the top if I don't have some of you guys competing with me. So pick up your game, pick up your crap, and just know M Empire wants you to succeed. And how to succeed? Continue watching these podcasts. It'll set up your life perfectly. I'll leave you with this quote. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. And it continues. People that grew up poor, if they have ambition, they're going to die rich. And then their kids are going to live rich, and they're going to die poor because they don't know how to obtain the wealth. And then it will start all over again. It's an endless loop, baby. We don't want to be weak men. Strong men, boys. Keep your heads up. Same with you, women. You're doing fantastic. Keep up the work, guys. Proud of you. I really am. If you've been putting in the work, I'm proud of you. If you haven't, you can start now. Start today. That's where I started. That's where my whole team started. And I'm not even close to successful. So don't even think I'm successful. Don't even look up to me. Just take it as advice. Thank you for watching this podcast. That was an amazing podcast. See ya. Bye. Mic drop.